Hello, Kendall from Reddit Whiskey, recapping the second of my two war attacks. And looking at this base here, obviously there's two major threats in this base. First is the potential double giant bomb set here, and second is the potential double giant bomb set here. And you know, potentially there could have been double giant bombs here in the core. Also, these were unlikely and would have been weak locations, as we've discussed before, because there's no easy way to make the hogs path over these and sit on both of these at the same time. So I was guessing more likely we had quad Teslas in the core. So my plan was pull the clan castle, do my kill squad up this direction to kill them, and then send golem heroes kill squad in this way to deal with the archer queen, which would have popped this double giant bomb set. And then from there, I was going to send my hogs in on this side. Now, normally I like to send my hogs in on the same side as my kill squad to protect them, but in this case, I knew if I sent my hogs in over here, I was really going to be gambling on whether or not, how the hogs would have pathed all the way through to deal with this double giant bomb set. So in this case, because this is such a concern, I wanted to send my hogs in this way so I could path them to pop these one at a time. And the way I wanted to do that was, if I'd have sent in hogs here and here, they would have gone from this defense, this wizard tower to this mortar, this archer tower to this air defense, and they would have stepped on one of these two giant bombs right here, popping just one of them. As long as this was pre-healed, they would have healed back up from that, taken these defenses out, then popped the second one, and none of the hogs would have died. So one heal could have taken care of this double giant bomb set. But in order to make that happen, you see, I've got to get rid of some defenses. So, first, this defense has to go so that I can get my hog pathing right, because I don't want to have to send hogs in here, wait for them to get here, then send in here, and it gets a little too complex. Next, because my kill squad's going to be up here, I want to take care of this defense to help protect them. Ideally, I would have loved to taken care of this defense, but with it being this close to this air defense plus the archer queen, it would have taken way too many balloons. And then because this cannon's sitting up in La La Land, I might as well get rid of it also. What you're going to also notice from there is, by taking out these defenses with balloons, I'm also going to get my clan castle pull, which is going to work out great. So, the plan for the attack was, this was a needle HoLo. I was going to send 3 balloons in here. And normally you can get away with 2 balloons on a level 11 archer tower, but because this was so key as a defense and it was just in range of this air defense, I wasn't sure if an air mine or something was going to pop. It was worth wasting the extra 5 troop space, because I was going to have to send in a hog or 2 anyway if it didn't go down. So I went ahead and sent in 3 to make sure it was going to happen, followed by 2 over here, and I could get away with 2 over here because the air defense is going to be shooting this way, followed by 2 at the cannon. And that was the plan. From there, I was going to get my clan castle pull. I was going to drop, a single archer over here to anchor. Then I was going to send my 2 barbarians and my rest of my kill squad in here. And when we get to the replay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. From there, I was going to drop a wizard here to break the trash ring on this side. Once the clan castle troops was kind of under control, I was going to, send my golem in this direction, immediately followed by a wizard here to break the trash ring. I was then going to drop a rage spell right here, and the reason I wanted to put a rage spell here was these level 9 aren't they, walls what are going to take in 3 wall breakers each, and I am horrible with wall breakers, so I just wanted to make sure I brought a ton of wall breakers. I wanted to make sure they broken enough to get to this compartment. Number 1, I've got to deal with this double giant bomb set, and number 2, this is a level 20 archer queen, so she's got to go down. So I was concerned about that. I brought the rage to make sure I got my wall breakers in, but once the rage was down, I sent all my wall breakers in to kind of get everything kind of channeling this way, and then I was going to do the hog drop as we explained over here and over here. Well, what actually ended up happening, and I'm going to use red here, but I had a Tesla pop here and a Tesla pop here, which actually made this drop even easier. And in fact, it probably was perfect that this Tesla was here, because then what I was able to do is I was actually able to send my hogs in as a 2-finger drop here and here, and then from the Tesla it went straight to here from here went straight to here, and I didn't have to worry at all about one of these not getting over enough in order to pop that. I didn't think it was going to be a problem at all because it should have landed one right there anyway, but it made it real simple that they did that. And then all I had to do was have a heal spell here pre-healed. Then I went ahead and I healed the core, and then since I only had one left, I kind of waited and I just followed the biggest group around, and I was just going to use that heal where the biggest group was. So that was the plan. So we'll watch the replay and and make some comments from there. So I do my 3, 2, 2. And you're going to see this goes okay. That Tesla pops, which I know makes my life a whole lot easier on my hog drop. And you're going to see what happens is I kind of stop here for a second. And what I'm doing is I'm counting. And what I see is that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 minions. So there's 8 troop space. It looks like about 10 archers. So there's 18. And I only count 2 wizards. So there's 8. So that makes 26. Maybe 26, maybe 25. So, but it doesn't look like, since a witch didn't come out, it looks like this is a little light. And since I miscounted on my first attack, and I had a couple barbarians in there, I just miscounted, I went ahead and said it was worth wasting one hog to make sure I got a full pull. So what you're going to see is I go ahead and send in a single hog. Luckily I do. There was another balloon in there. So from there I drop the archer, and then I drop these 2 barbarians, followed by I start with my witches. Now, this is kind of what I want to comment here. You're going to notice all of these clan castle troops run right past these 2 barbarians. And the reason is these clan castle troops all have to kill this archer first before they're going to focus on anything else. So what I can do is I can drop this archer, pull these troops over here. Next closest thing is going to be by the barbarians, but then I'm already going to have witches spawning skellies, so they're going to be the next closest thing down there. So you see I stagger my witches, drop my archer queen, followed by the wizards. I go ahead and start breaking the trash ring. I start throwing in a couple barbarians here just to kind of help protect. And then I see they're under control, so my golem goes in, wizard goes down to break the trash ring, go ahead and send my barbarian king in, and then you're going to notice I drop the rage spell from here. And then I start sending my wall breakers. First 3 worked well. Next group, I got a little too far over, so they started going the wrong direction, so I kind of had to redirect. But luckily, I was able to get broken in there. I see everything's kind of going in. Archer Queen's under control now. Double giant bombs are popped, and you see I've done my 2-finger drop going for the Tesla and this Archer Tower. So you're going to see what happens is they hit the Archer Tower and the Tesla. You're going to see, and I was get away too. Had the Tesla not have popped, I would have been dropping my hogs, and I probably should have been a little bit more clear on this. I would have been dropping my hogs so they were on this side of the Archer Tower and this side of the Wizard Tower, so that when they next path in, they path to here, because I didn't want too many going down here. But because this Tesla popped, I didn't have to worry about that as much, and in this case, I actually wanted to drop them on this side of the Archer Tower, so they kind of went to here also first. So, as you can see, that's kind of the way it works. First pops, I've got my heal down though. Then the second bomb pops, no threat at all. They're healed all the way back up. You see I dropped my second heal in the core because of these Teslas. I probably misplaced that a little bit. It would have been nice if it was a little farther south and these hogs were under heal, but now they jump back in it. These hogs jump back down, get back in the heal. I end up having to let these hogs die because there just wasn't enough of them because I've only got 1 heal left. And then I'm kind of jumping down here, and I see a couple of my hogs are at lower health. There's skellies on them. So I just go ahead and throw a heal down here, knowing that they're not all going to be sitting in it the full time. They're going to path in and out of it. But I know these are going to have to run back through the heal to get to this cannon. So from there, you can see I drop cleanup whizzies. I drop this first on this dark elixir and this storage. This dark elixir first because it's the farthest building that's going to be away from the hogs, so I've got to make sure it goes down. And I just picked this storage because I figured it was going to go from here kind of to here and would have got to these storages up here. So that was the plan. I might have actually gotten this a little off. It might go down to the lab. But from there, Barbarian King fight. Mine loses because he's got more health. My Archer Queen takes out the Town Hall. Then I think she goes back to, oh, she doesn't. She goes to decide to shoot at walls because she's much better at doing that. Then she takes out the Barbarian King. Luckily, my hogs go in. And from there, it's just cleanup. And I've got, plenty of hogs left. I think this wizard actually hit a spring trap. but I've got, another wizard up there. I've got some barbarians. I've got a ton of hogs. So this raid went a whole lot better than my first one. Little easier base. So I hope this helped. If you've got any questions or comments or things I didn't explain well, please let me know. And thank you for watching.